So Kathleen Kennedy is proving over and over again that she is just not fit to run Lucasfilm. She's proving to the Disney higher-ups that it's not just a Star Wars problem. She is also having major problems on the Indiana Jones 5 set, major problems going on with that production. I'm going to break it all down for you in this video. Let's check it out. So a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of people on YouTube have been saying for a long time that Indiana Jones 5 is going to be an absolute train wreck, an absolute disaster, and it seems like they are on the right track. It seems like it's going to be an absolute disaster, all pretty much caused by Kathleen Kennedy. Yes, she's not individually causing each of these mess ups that are happening, but she's at the top. She's the producer. She's the executive producer. She's the president of Lucasfilm. This all has to fall back on her. And a lot of it is directly because of her. And I'm going to break it all down in 1 second. But also, I'm not the biggest Indiana Jones fan in the world. But also at the same time, you shouldn't be out there trying to convince other people that the movie is not going to be good before the movie comes out. I'm not even the type of person that likes to try to convince other people that a movie is bad, that they shouldn't like a movie after it comes out. If you like a movie that I don't like, I envy that. I wish I liked the movie that you like. I'm not going to try to convince you and try to make you miserable just because I don't like the movie. Why would I try to do that? That's kind of messed up. And especially if the movie just started filming. You know that tweet from Matthew Kadish? I don't think he meant any harm by it, from the Salty Nerd podcast. I don't think he meant any harm. I think it was a pretty harmless tweet in terms of his intention. But at the same time, I don't agree with those types of tweets where you're trying to convince other people that they shouldn't like something. If you don't know what I'm talking about, here is a tweet right here from Matthew Kadish. He says, to anyone thinking Indiana Jones 5 might be good, just let me point out Steven Spielberg is not directing, Kathleen Kennedy is producing, Harrison Ford is 78 years old, and is written by Jonathan Kasdan, who wrote Solo, which a couple of those have been discredited by James Mangold, the director himself. Get into that in 1 second as well. But all of these are valid points. All of these are valid points coming from Matthew Kadish. But the fact that he is saying, to anyone thinking Indiana Jones 5 might be good, let me try to convince you that it's not going to be good. I just don't like that way of thinking. I don't like those types of tweets. I don't like convincing people that think Indiana Jones 5 might be good, that have hope for the movie, that it's not going to be good before they even finish filming. I don't like that. But once again, he's making very valid points here. And the points just validate themselves over and over again. We have this article from Bounding Into Comics that talk about the Indiana Jones 5 title and plot leaks. Also, I've heard plot leaks. I don't believe that this plot leak that I'm talking about right here is in this video at all. But I heard plot leaks, and I know this is kind of low-hanging fruit for Disney content, for any Lucasfilm project to say this, but I'm also hearing plot leaks out there that is saying that Indiana Jones is going to die and that he will be replaced by a woman. A woman will be Indiana Jones going forward in the Indiana Jones universe. Honestly, if that happens, I won't even be surprised at this point. I know it's low-hanging fruit because you can literally say that about any Disney project going forward, and you will 90% of the time be right. If you always just assume, if you always just say that you have plot leaks and you say that the male character will be replaced by a female, or that there will be a race swap or a gender swap, 90% of the time you're going to be right, because that's what most of the time happens in all of these things. But these plot leaks, I'm not going to go over all of them because it will make the video extremely long. These plot leaks are not looking good, man. And if that happens, if Indiana Jones is replaced by a female, you're going to lose a lot of people. And I think even the Disney higher ups will start to realize, or maybe it will just put the nail in the coffin for Kathleen Kennedy's career at Lucasfilm, at Disney, because I think already she's on the way out. But I think that they're either giving her one last shot with Indiana Jones 5, or they already decided, you know what, she's going to be gone. We're not renewing her contract anymore. Just let her finish out Indiana Jones 5, at least the filming. Maybe she won't see it through to the release of the film, but she'll still make all of the money from the film. All of it will be the same. That's personally what I think is going on. I think that they've already decided, you know what, she's not fit to run a Lucasfilm. Let's let her just do this Indiana Jones stuff. Let her have her swan song with Indiana Jones. We all know that Kathleen Kennedy loves Indiana Jones way more than Star Wars. It's very close to her heart. She really cares about Indiana Jones, and that's going to make her run this movie into the ground as well, because she's producing it. She cannot do anything right, and I know that she is trying her best. I know that she is. She's not trying to ruin these IPs. She's not trying to ruin Star Wars. She's not trying to ruin Indiana Jones. She's trying her best. But like I said in my last video, or a couple of videos ago, some people are just not fit to do certain jobs, no matter how hard they try, no matter how hard they work to get good at those jobs. Some people are just not good at doing those jobs. It is what it is. It's real life. This isn't some Disney fairy tale where everyone can be great at everything if you just put hard work in. No. Some people are more talented than others, and Kathleen Kennedy is obviously just not talented enough to run Lucasfilm. It is what it is, and the Disney higher-ups are starting to see that. They've already seen it for the last few years, and I truly think that Kathleen Kennedy's time at Lucasfilm is over. Let's check out what else is going on with this crazy bad Indiana Jones 5 production. So I shortly mentioned it a couple of minutes ago, but Indiana Jones 5 director James Mangold throws temper tantrum after fan voices concerns about his upcoming movie. That was really embarrassing for not only James Mangold, but for everyone else who's involved in this production, because it just makes everyone look very insecure about this movie, especially James Mangold, but it makes the movie as a whole look bad. It makes the production as a whole just look bad, because it looks like, you know, if they were very confident in their movie, if they knew that they had a great script, a great movie, then they would just let the movie do the talking. They wouldn't have to go after fans on Twitter. They would just let the movie shut all the fans up that are saying, all the critics, just shut them all up with the actual content that you put out. But instead, because they're not very confident in their movie, you can tell by the way that they act on Twitter, because they're not very confident, they have to go and try to shut down all these narratives that are being pushed by these fans that are thinking that the movie isn't going to be bad. And by trying to shut these narratives down, you are giving them credibility. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Indiana Jones fan in the world, but I'm definitely not going to be excited for Indiana Jones 5 now, simply because of this James Mangold stuff, simply because he proved that they are not confident in their movie. They are going to lose a lot of fans, a lot of potential box office numbers if they keep doing stuff like this, because people are going to start to realize this is obviously an attempt to try to save face on their movie that they're not confident in, that they know when it comes out, people are still going to be thinking the same way that they're thinking right now. The same reasons why they're not liking the movie right now, why they think the movie is going to be bad, is the same reasons why the movie is going to be bad when it comes out. They know that. So they're trying to discredit all of these rumors, all of these people, all these critics. Like I said, they're just critics. They're just saying that they don't think the movie's going to be good when it comes out. They're trying to discredit those people by saying all the stuff that they're saying is wrong, but we all know it's going to be true. We all know that this movie isn't going to be good. And then we have Indiana Jones himself, Harrison Ford, the star of Indiana Jones 5, just getting so frustrated with everything that's going on. I know that he's only going to do Indiana Jones 5 because he truly cares about doing a good job. He doesn't need money at this point in his life. The guy is so rich. The guy is so successful. He's done so many big time movies. He's one of the most legendary, one of the most well-known actors of all time, and he's getting up there in age. The only reason why he would come back for Indiana Jones 5 is so that he can do a good job, and I just know he's so frustrated. He's like, what is this? What is this Lucasfilm that I'm working for right now? This isn't the Lucasfilm that I remember. This is horrible. This is not fun at all. So he gets so frustrated that he explodes at a group of fans waiting for autographs outside a Newcastle hotel. And I don't blame him, honestly. Yeah, that kind of sucks for those fans. I'm sure that they wanted to meet Harrison Ford, and then they got kind of disappointed when he exploded at them, when he yelled at them. But at the same time, you're trying to make a good movie under Kathleen Kennedy and someone like James Mangold who's Look, the guy's a talented director, but it's obvious that something is just going extremely wrong with this production, because you have James Mangold going after people on Twitter. You have Harrison Ford exploding at fans for just waiting for autographs outside of his hotel. Stuff is going on in this production, man. Like I said, it has to all come back to Kathleen Kennedy. She is the president of Lucasfilm. She's the executive producer of this film. It all has to go back to her. But then we have some very unfortunate stuff that really Kathleen Kennedy isn't that responsible for. But at the same time, Harrison Ford is trying to do an Indiana Jones movie at 78 years old. So at the same time, it is kind of Kathleen Kennedy's fault. You know, she didn't directly injure him. I know that. But she's the one that got him on the set. She's the one that decided Harrison Ford should be coming back to do Indiana Jones 5. Which doesn't make much sense because, like I said, he is 78 years old, like it says right here. And of course, he gets injured because he's trying to do an action film at 80 years old. It doesn't make any sense. Not directly Kathleen Kennedy's fault, obviously. Like I said, she didn't straight up injure Harrison Ford, but she was the one that decided that he should be doing an action film at 80 years old. Kind of messed up, I'm gonna be honest. But finally, we have icing on the cake. Indiana Jones 5 halts production. Harrison Ford injury more severe than originally thought. So if Harrison Ford is really that injured, I hope he gets well soon, all that good stuff. But also Indiana Jones 5 halts production. I think that they might be using this Harrison Ford injury thing as an excuse to either push back Indy 5, rewrite the script, or at least rewrite a lot of the script, and maybe do a lot of reshoots, do a lot of that type of thing. That's personally what I think is going on, because they've shown multiple times with James Mangold, with Kathleen Kennedy, that they're just not that confident in this film. Whenever you have Harrison Ford exploding at fans, James Mangold exploding at fans on Twitter, they're not confident in this film. They're getting very frustrated with everything that's going on. And I think that they're going to use this Harrison Ford injury as a cop-out excuse to push this movie back maybe even cancel the movie altogether. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about this whole situation. Do you think that they're going to end up pushing back Indiana Jones 5 a lot, or maybe even canceling Indiana Jones 5 and using this Harrison Ford injury as a cop-out excuse? Do you think that this production is as troubled as everyone else is making it out to be? Because I truly think that this thing is in trouble. I don't think that it's going to be good, but I think that everything that we're hearing every single day is just proving that this thing is in a lot more trouble than I originally thought. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about this whole situation. Let me know what you think Indiana Jones 5 is going to turn out to be. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on Twitter or join the Discord, both of those links will be in the description as well. Thank you for watching the video. I hope to see you in the next one.